Hey, so I'm back at the Alberg, and I just want to let you guys know that I have put the boat up for sale because the distance that I live away from the boat just doesn't make a lot of sense. I can't give it the attention it needs to bring it back in any appropriate amount of time. And unfortunately, in the area here, I don't have a do-it-yourself boatyard that I could use to put it while I'm working on it. So it's got to be in the water. Otherwise, it really would be just too far away from me. I mean, talking about 6 hours away from where I live, and that just isn't going to work. And based on the circumstances, I'm certainly not going to pay anybody to try to bring it back for me. So I'm trying to find a worthy soul who wants to work on it, who appreciates what it can be, and has hopefully a bit of knowledge or is willing to learn, as I have been, to bring that boat back. I'm back at the Tanzer, and taking a long weekend so I can get a few things done with this boat right here. It's still ugly, yeah, it sure is. It really needs some paint, top sides and deck, but that's not going to happen right now. In the meantime, I'm taking care of the little things so I can make it more saleable, if that's the right word, and take care of some leaks. So I didn't show it, but this morning I took care of redid this port light on the starboard side with 3M4000. All this is previous and it's pretty nasty, but it should be watertight at this point. And I finally have a deck plate for this forward hatch, and it's got a vent in it. And the boat came with one with a few different lids, but it was cracked and it wasn't healthy. So I finally, like I said, bought a brand new one, and I'm in the middle of cleaning this up, and I'm going to put it down here. I filled the old holes in with some quick setting epoxy. I did that a while ago, so that's fine. I just finished sanding that down, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to locate the holes. I'm going to make new holes in the deck, or in this deck lid, I should say, and hopefully that way I don't have any continuing issues. I think I would normally try to mask off the perimeter of the deck, or the hatch in this case, but because it's a perfect circle, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to basically see what happens. And to locate this, I'll put a screw in here. As I said before, with this 4000 or with other things like this, we don't want to suck it all the way down until after it cures up. The hatch is not pretty at all, I understand that, but it's going to have to be taken care of with the rest of the boat, and that's not in the very near future. Okay, so now we wait. This is going to take a little while to firm up, and then, but in the meantime, we can do some other things. You know, actually, what I need to do is change the oil again in the lower unit of the outboard. So I guess let's do that. Okay, I got the outboard off. The backside. What I did was just pulled the boat back by its mooring lines so that the outboard was right by the dock here. And last weekend I changed the oil, and I changed the lower unit, the engine oil and the lower unit oil, but I wasn't happy with the amount of lower unit oil I put in there. I don't think it's quite topped off. I wanted to put this in, but I didn't have any way to get it in there. I filled it up with something else from Pennzoil. It was the right grade, but because I can't top it off and I have no more, I have to drain what's there to put this in. I can't mix the oils. And in order to get this in here, I bought a ketchup dispenser bottle from the local shop here. And we'll just let that drain for a bit here. Next is this out haul for the mainsail, and what I found on it were a couple of meat hooks. I can't find them right now, but I'm going to replace this 7x19 altogether. I've got a swage unit. I've got these eyes. I'll use those and get that replaced. I was trying to figure out what kind of tool I might need to cut the wire. And as part of my upgrade to this boat, I created a pendant for the jib, which is about 18 inches tall. And I didn't know what I could use or what would be effective at cutting 1/8 inch 7x19 wire. And I found I had these. This is a tool that is commonly used for bike cabling, brakes, and so forth. And it went through the 1/8 inch like butter. It was really nice, so I was really pleased that that was the case. Anyways, I did make this this little pendant right here to raise the jib, the head sail, up about 18 inches over the pulpit. Anyway, so I've got some replacement, and we'll go ahead and just make that up and put this back together, and a few more touches around here, and this boat at least will be sound for sailing. There we go. And if you have a little extra, it seems to me it's just a little bit easier to leave, because of the fiddliness of these things. You know, this wire doesn't really want to take such a steep radius. I tend to like just to leave it even a little more than I need out there. Then use this. Probably would be easier if I had a ratchet instead of a adjustable wrench. Okay, so you see that's completely together now. I was hoping to get the crimp closer to the thimble here. That's okay. This thimble's not falling out. It's not going anywhere. What I'll do is I'll cut this end off just a little bit. I'll leave a little sticking out, and then I'll wrap it with some rigger's tape. Just like that. Okay. So we've got this strap eye right here. These rivets to connect it to the boom, and so I'm not going to mess with that. I'll just keep it, but we'll go ahead and rove this through and just put a crimp on the end like that. Okay, I got the other piece on. It's wrapped with rigging tape. This is old rigging tape, and it doesn't seem to stick very well, so we're going to monitor that. But now take this and reconnect these pieces right here, and we should be done with the outhaul. Okay, another thing I wanted to do is to change out this line here. This is the topping lift on the boom, and I've just been using this. It's a little thick. I don't really like it. I think they had it set up to cleat off here. I don't know how I want to set this up exactly. Haven't figured out what I want to do. So anyways, I've got, for the time being, this 1/4 inch line, and I put an eye splice into it, and so I think I'm going to use this temporarily, take a piece of this and just replace this. It's just too big and clunky. Decided to open this up a little bit. Pretty simple, single speed. They use too much grease. Just really need to look how bad these are. Just all this. I don't even know what that is. Just all this old stuff. Anyways, needs to be cleaned up. So here's the starboard side. Different color, but it's still a gib. And so you see that, so it moves on its base. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it moves on its base, but it's not moving down below. So there's something going on with the base itself, but I can't turn this. Oh, there it is. So we'll try to work it off here if I can. This thing desperately needs service. There's not much to this. It's just a cylinder, but all of this, all of the old grease is so gummed up and worthless at this point. And this pawl right here too is actually kind of loose. You see this whole thing is this is not even attached. Doesn't look like, this one doesn't even look like it's attached. So let me see if I can screw those in a little bit and see what happens. This, yeah, it seems to be broken. So how about this one? Okay, so that's actually going through, but it's clearly not. Yeah. So this whole winch needs some serious help here. The silicone that they used actually still works. That's still nice, but they put just tons of this grease on the pawls, and that's not where you don't want to put grease on this. Just some light oil, whatnot, and I guess I would do some more silicone up here. It just needs to be cleaned up, and those need to be refastened. Hey, so for me, some really good news. I sold the Alberg 30. Thank you, Mike. It was really nice doing business with you. I know that you're going to treat her nice, and I know that you have the time and the resources to put into making that Alberg 30 just an excellent boat for offshore cruising, and I really wish you all the best. With that sale comes a bit of freedom for me. I can focus a little bit here on the Tanzer 22 and sailing her a lot more. And then in the future, my plan is to buy yet another boat, something that doesn't require quite so much work as the Alberg 30 did, and taking it farther afield. So this is in line with the plan. It wasn't exactly what I wanted to do, but we're all making, or I am making, progress toward the ultimate goal of sailing offshore. Still a multi-year process for me. This is not something that's going to happen tomorrow or next week or next month, but I am making my way there. So Today I'm hoping to put this Tanzer 22 together just a little bit, and my daughter's going to join me, and I hope to go for a sail. We've got some good wind, and so fingers crossed we'll get out there. August, on the river, sailing with my daughter. Downwind, beautiful day. Sorry about the wind. The sun is right there.
Oh, right.
So you might want to turn around. Or it's just
Okay. Here we go.
Think like a YouTuber.
I don't do YouTube. I like that this is going to be your video. It's just us talking back and forth.